Now we are getting a lot of patients coming to us because for basically 6 months they've been sitting with T-Rex arms, tight, and then they go back to the gym enthusiastically, so obviously, and they realise that they can't press a weight above their head without just experiencing really deep, nasty, gnawing pain in their shoulder. Or they might be finding that they can't sleep at night on that shoulder that they normally do absolutely pain-free, and then they have to sleep on the other side, and that side's painful, they end up having to sleep on their back, and they're snoring, and their missus can't get to sleep, or their partner can't get to sleep, and it's all going really wrong. So what we're going to do today is show you how to reverse this. Now, what's most likely happen is over lockdown or due to long periods of time of inactivity, the rotator cuff muscles in your shoulder have become very, very weak, and the joint capsule itself and the rotator cuff have become quite stiff. Now, we want to lengthen these and open these up and strengthen them, but we can't do that with stretching alone. It's far, far better to use exercise and rehabilitation to do so. And this is because we can start to challenge the muscles to actually lengthen and grow their strength at the same time. So essentially we're stretching and we're strengthening simultaneously. And there's two different versions of exercises I'd like to share with you which do just this: anterior and posterior cuff work. So we'll start off with the anterior cuff. Now, all you're going to need to do is lay down, and we want a weight. Now, I'm going to keep my hand facing down, and from here I'm going to take the weight up. So I'm just using 5 kilos, which is more than enough. You can go for 3 or even 2 kilos, even just your arm. And as I take it up, I'm strengthening the anterior deltoid, and as well as that, supraspinatus. Now this is where it gets interesting. I hit a float here, the weight is relatively weightless. But as I start to go down, I'm starting to open up the front of the shoulder joint, and I'm starting to have my inferior cuff, so my posterior cuff, infraspinatus, subscapularis, teres major, teres minor, really kick in. And right there I can really feel it. Now what I could do is warm up enough, taking it down as far as it's comfortable, so like to a 3 out of 10 level of difficulty, or 3 out of 10 level of discomfort. And gradually, bit by bit, I can get closer and closer to the ground, so my shoulder doesn't feel like it's going to come out like this socket at the end range, right? Or what I could do is put a blocker here, so just like a ball or something like that. And here, I can then stop myself from going into that range of motion, which I'm quite apprehensive of, and this now feels a lot nicer and a lot more comfortable. Now I can continue to open up the anterior cuff by a variation of, say, Cubans. So basically taking my elbow 90 degrees from my side and doing this rotation movement here. Once again, I can use a weight, and I'll probably do all these exercises for, say, 3 sets of 10 or something like that. And if I need to, once again, I'll have a blocker. So I place this here, just go down to the blocker, then back down again, and as I get better, I just move the blocker a little bit further and further away. Now, that's for the anterior cuff, that's to open up the chest. If I wanted to get the posterior cuff, like I can horizontally flex the shoulder to further open the back of the shoulder, and then do the same motion that we did before in this position. And once again, you see now I can't really touch the floor as well, so my posterior cuff is probably a little bit short on this side, a little bit restricted on this side, but I can start to hit similar motions whilst opening up the posterior cuff and the posterior capsule, with rotation movements like this. Once again, added in blockers if I need to. Now, I would recommend doing these for 3 sets of 10 each. Say, you can do them as a warm-up before you're about to do something that's painful. That might be, for example, before you exercise, before you go to bed. But what you could do is when you actually exercise, just do these for 5-10 minutes after you train. And you'll then notice that the shoulder gets stronger, more mobile, and you can sleep on whatever side you want, chuck balls as far as you like, lift weight above your head, and it's no longer a problem. I hope that's been helpful. And remember, if you need any of our help, what we need to do is go to our website, www.revitaliseclinic.co.uk, and book a free consultation with any of our clinical services and our fitness services. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great week.